First at 11, we begin with the significant damage left behind from Hurricane Milton on Florida's Gulf Coast. This is in Minnesota Key, which is just about an hour south of Sarasota. The coastal community is covered in sand, as you can see from these aerial images. They had significant storm surge in that area. We do want to get you up to speed with what we know at this hour. At least 23 people have died as a result of this storm. Early property damage estimates are $70 billion. Over 500,000 Floridians remain without power after Milton as of tonight, and over 3.5 million customers have been getting their power back and restored. Good evening to you. Thanks so much for being with us. I'm Chelsea Jones. President Biden did visit the Tampa area today. He flew in Marine One, which is what you see right now, over the Tampa area to get a look at the damage caused by Hurricane Milton. Now, after the tour, President Biden went to St. Pete Beach, and that is where he met with storm victims and he talked to first responders. And while he was there, he announced $612 million that's going to be used to help communities impacted by Hurricanes Milton and Helene.
This funding will not only restore power, but will make the region's power system stronger and more capable and reduce the frequency and duration of power outages while extreme weather events become more frequent.
Now, President Biden says power infrastructure changes are a continuation of what he started when he was vice president, which includes burying transmission lines underground and replacing wood power poles with concrete or composite ones. President Biden spoke about the national relief efforts, including FEMA delivering 300,000 liters of water and 2 million gallons of fuel. He says 100 satellite terminals have been installed to restore communication in the area. 10 disaster recovery centers have also been set up in the area, with more on the way. Now, on the state level, the Florida National Guard has activated nearly 6,700 soldiers and airmen. They have rescued 330 people, 39 pets, and they've also cleared 2,000 miles of the road. One area, though, that is struggling to get back to normal is St. Petersburg, which is just south of Tampa. The city is still trying to turn the lights on there. There are pockets without power. Gasoline is still scarce. And we have CBS News Miami's Steve Maugeri live in St. Petersburg. And Steve, people have to use the day to prepare for the night. And look, it's still very pitch black behind you.
That's right. There are charging centers that the city has set up throughout the area for people to charge their electronics or even to just cool off. It was very humid out today, but they're closed at night. And so once it gets dark out, it's really not a lot of light out since the power is not on. You will take a look behind me here. We've illuminated the area a little bit, but you can see it just depends. There's some houses that have power because the lights are on. Only a handful of street lights are on, but still it's very dark in this neighborhood, not very walkable. And that's why city officials are saying get your charging done during the day so you can make it through the night. Luis Garcia's power has been out since Wednesday, but his neighbors never lost it, so he's going to their house to occupy his time tonight.
Have you noticed like some houses have power and some don't?
That's exactly what we were just doing out here, wondering why ours is one block that does not have power.
They'll have to be careful walking through the dimly lit streets with trees leaning on power lines. He got his electronics charged during the day.
And then the rest is just minimalize at night.
Crews were out working on the power lines earlier this evening. Residents could cool off or charge their phones and laptops at one of these stations set up by the city. Carlo Bondoc says there is sometimes too high of a cost for a convenience after a storm, since gas and electricity are scarce.
It's too hot during the day, so we have to go here where it's nice and cool, or, drive around where the car's AC, using the car's AC to get cool. But that uses up gas, so.
Jessica Collins is charging her laptop in case she has to work tomorrow, along with her power tools and phone.
It's been an hour and I've almost charged one, so it's going to be a few more hours here.
She says she didn't even know about this charging station at first, since her phone was dead. Just like many of the people in this neighborhood, she was left in the dark.
With no internet, you have no idea where to go to get the free stuff, they gave me cleaning supplies yesterday and water and tarps and mops and all kinds of stuff. But I would never have known about any of this without Facebook, and I couldn't get on Facebook until I got my phone charged. It was dead.
And the city is also still under a boil water advisory. We're told that about 30 water lines were damaged partially because of some trees that fell down. Now, if you're taking a look out here, you're seeing debris that's been put outside of houses. A lot of people have been doing this throughout the city, waiting for someone to pick this up, but they are expecting some of these services to be delayed. A lot of residents are telling me that what they're hearing from the city is that it could take weeks or months before this debris that they've gathered in front of their houses will be taken away. And also, we've reported on how there is a free gas distribution site here in St. Petersburg, but you're also going to have to wait for that. One guy that we spoke to last night that waited in line had to wait 7 hours before he got his tank filled up. Chelsea?
Steve, the good thing is that gas is going to be free, but it can get very expensive with everything that's down between gas and power. So how are the people you're talking to managing with all of this?
Well, it's really just survival instincts for people, and it depends on everyone's situation. You know, some people don't have the means to just go to a hotel for a couple days or to get a generator or to, keep driving around and trying to find places to get, a place to even just something as simple as charging their phone. And so, like, for telling people to evacuate, it's easier said than done for many. Like, we've spoken to a guy who was in a wheelchair who doesn't have any family around him, so it's not as easy to just say, well, pack up and just move north. So really can get expensive, and then even more expensive as these days go on, as people wait for the power to come back on.
Yeah, can't imagine. Very heartbreaking as people continue to deal with the aftermath, but it's one foot in front of the other. We thank you for your reporting out there.